Liam, this is a reminder for you. I want you to look back at this one day and think about this cube. I want you to use this as a reminder of the time that you never gave up, and also a reminder of the time of how this is maybe the most evil fucking invention to have ever been created.
Oh, sorry.
Do I keep getting myself in these situations? Bro, I've done poppers like countless times this evening. Oh, fuck my life. Pardon me, I was very rudely interrupted by some fucktard who thought I was filming him. And I told him to take his fucking hands off me, so I'm proud of myself for that. Living my life, I've done poppers countless times and drank so much. It's what 2025 is all about. I will not let this man upset me.
Oh, I just got back from the club a couple hours, not a couple hours ago. It's like, I don't even know what the time is actually. Yeah, I got neighbor home and I was meant to like have some water and some food to like lessen the hangover, but didn't. But I don't really feel much of a hangover at the minute. I don't know if that's because I'm just built different or I'm still drunk. It's a great quandary. But yeah, last night was interesting though. I met up with two boys. Neither of them were particularly good kisses, but I also don't, maybe I was also not that great because I was pretty drunk, so you know, it takes two to tango, so we can't put all the blame on the other party, because that's not classy. There was an event that, like, freaked me out a little bit, that I was so, in the video, that will be before this one, I was just recording myself saying that I was, like, I had done pops or something like that, and I think some guy in front of me, I don't know if you could hear it in the video, I haven't watched anything back, I just woke up, but there's a guy in front of me that thought I was filming him. And so he started yelling at me to, like, delete the video. He, like, grabbed my arm, like, really hard. And was, like, he was saying, like, cancel the video. I think he meant delete it. And, he was like, delete it right fucking now. Was trying to explain to him that I didn't film him at all. It was just of me. It wasn't. It's strange that he wouldn't hear this part because he heard everything else pretty fine. So yeah, he was like, I was saying like, no, like I just filmed myself. He was like, delete it right now. And I was like, bro, take your fucking hands off me. And I said, I will delete it, but take your fucking hands off me, like, right fucking now. And then I deleted it in front of him. And he was like, okay, I will, I'm sorry. And then I was like, never put your fucking hands on me like that ever. And then he apologized for that like he like apologized, like it seems like he felt really bad for like grabbing me like that. I recovered the video later, so it's not a big deal. No loss for me on my end, but it did freak me out a little bit. Like, I had to, like, really take a minute and calm down and, like, take a couple of breaths because, like, I've been, like, you know, it's just any time somebody, like, I think aggressively grabs you or, like, there's that air of potential violence or just someone's being that, like, kind of aggressive towards you, you naturally are just, like, a little, like, it's just a little shocking. That was really weird. Met one of my friend's boyfriends down there. So this is a boyfriend that I met that I texted. So this is a guy that I texted on Grindr, and later on down the track found out that he was dating one of my friends. Not like a close friend, but a friend at that. But they're like in an open relationship. But however, once I found out, we stopped texting and all that. Met him, and I also called the boyfriend that I'm friends with. And was like, "Hey, Queen." Oh, Olive. Sorry, Olive's here. Wanna come from the bed? Wanna come from the bed? No, please. Don't make me chase you. Please, I'm begging you. Okay, you're gonna have to cover me up. Well, I'm not picking you up because I cannot be from the spot. So, yeah, there was that. One of the guys that I asked out in the past showed up, and this is the guy that, like, he was like, I give him my number. And then, bro, if you're gonna, no, Olive, for fuck's sake, bro, if you're gonna, like, if you're gonna whine and cry to get picked up under the bed, don't move away when I go to pick you up. So, yeah, way back in one of my earlier vlogs, there was this guy, this hot barista that I gave him my number. He said he wasn't interested, but he wanted to be friends, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then we hung out as friends and like chatted all the time at the cafe. And then he randomly ghosted me one day. But then he sees me at the club tonight and just acts like nothing ever happened. I mean, like, when I say nothing ever happened, like, he means that, like, he just treats me like, ow, Olive, no. Just treats me like nothing ever happened. Like, as if we just, like, have always been friends. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, Olive is pissing me the fuck off. I'm sorry, I had to tell the dog to stop biting me. Yes, so, also there was this hot barista that I gave him my number way back when he worked really close to my house. Shut me down, but then he was like, let's be friends though and hang out. And we hung out and we chatted all the time, and then he ghosted me. And this is like where I'm establishing this thing. It's like ghosting someone, like, I feel like we only take account for our feelings when somebody ghosts you in a romantic sense. Because then it feels like you owe more of an explanation. But I'm deciding to, like, have this thing. It's like, if you're also friends with somebody and then you, like, they're, like, texting you to hang out and you won't respond at all, and you won't even text them just to say, hey, I'm not really vibing with this, that's mean. I think ghosting someone when you're friends is also really mean. Because I spent a really long time, like, being like, well, am I entitled to be, like, upset and hurt by it? And I realize I am, but I don't know. I don't know if I have the spirit to be mad at him anymore. He's nice. He's nice when we see each other, and that's, like, kind of all it is to it. he was a really nice guy, and I just, like, I'd like to hang out with him again, but, like, I just don't know what, like, his deal is, because, like, texted him on Grinder the other day, just, like, a little while ago, because I felt like just saying hi, and just, like, seeing, like, maybe it's a shit, and then he said hi back, and then I was like, oh, he was like, oh my god, hi, he was like a hi stranger, like, in a very, like, seemingly happy way, and then I was like, how are you? Ghosted, again. So I don't know if it's, like, a calculated thing, or if he's just a really shitty responder, but I just don't, there's no way in hell that somebody can just be that bad of a responder. I don't believe that's the case. I think he's just, like, a ghoster. When he comes, we see each other at the club, and he's like, oh my god, how are you? How do I navigate that? Do I just be civil? Because part of me, like, thinks, like, let's just be nice, kill him with kindness, be civil. Because ultimately, to be, like, a bitch shows more of my ass than it does his. It's also, like, but this person also, like, is being a bitch. So, like, should I not, like, give them a piece of my mind in that sense? I don't know. But good, happy, fun nights full of kissing, potential threats, love, loss, all of it. Alright, but I'm gonna, like, figure out my day. But love you guys. Bye. I'm just, like, sitting in bed eating this vegan potato salad that I made a while ago. I'm so happy. I was gonna have a boy over and, like, have sex and do all that, like, bells and whistles bullshit. And I realized I'd rather be doing this so much more. This is divine. Y'all, bottoming is so hard. What the fuck? I cannot do it. Sorry, I'm probably going to put a warning before this part of the video in case my family watches this. They probably don't want to hear about all that. Bottoming is so hard. Okay, I'm going to be explicit. I'm going to be really fucking explicit about the interaction I just had. So, there was a really sweet guy at the club last night. I went out to go take some deep breaths because I was a little bit overwhelmed. And he came over, Olive. He came over to check on me while I was taking some deep breaths. He was just making sure you're all good. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And yeah, he was really sweet. And then he left, and that was kind of that. Then he texted me on Grindr this morning because he found my profile, and he was like, hey, you were that guy from last night? And I was like, yeah. And we had a little flirt back and forth, and then we organized for him to come over today and to have sex. Naturally. So, he comes over, he's very sweet, he's very nice, he's very, quiet and chill. And I'm not saying quiet in, like, a reserved, shy way. I don't think he's that way. He's very just, like, lot of gravitas to him. And I found that energy was, I don't know, maybe it was a bit too heavy for me, or not, just something about it I just didn't connect with, but I didn't find conversation flowing very easily. I mean, that's because I was, like, nervous, I don't know, but I was like, let me attempt to bottom today. But we hung out and we were chatting, and we didn't really, like, talk very much before we got into it. Yeah, we didn't really talk very much before we got into it, and then, I just went to my room, I tried to set up some music, and I did, and, to get me comfortable, and he was like, I don't really do sucking or anything like that, and I don't like that having done to me either, because to prevent the spread of, like, STIs for me, I feel like and the problem is when you do that, a lot of foreplay is removed, and foreplay, at least to my knowledge of bottoming, is really important. Because you want to get the person nice and relaxed. You want to, like, have, like, a good, like, you want to, like, lay a good, like, foundation before you try to, like, shove your shit inside there. Someone's shit and your shit. And
So I struggled a little bit with that. I was like, oh, so we're just getting straight into it. And I was like, I felt maybe a little rushed. He would never make, he was checking in the whole time. He was like, and just if you're ever feeling uncomfortable, just let me know. He was very adamant on letting me know that there was no pressure. And so we like laid a towel. So I lay a towel down. We make out for a little bit. He was a decent kisser. Yeah, he was a decent kisser. And then we got a towel, laid back. He put a condom on, put some lube on it, and then kind of just went straight in there. And that was really painful. Really fucking painful. He did not go in slow. He went pretty much full in completely. And it was really painful. And so after 5 seconds of him being in there, I said, I can't do this. And he was really sweet, but he was like, don't worry about it at all, absolutely. And he was very sweet. He was like, honestly, it's just like a privilege I even got to go inside in the first place. And I'm like, oh, babe, that's so cute. And then we showered together and chatted about stuff. But honestly, the air of the whole thing felt a little awkward and didn't feel very present. And I don't think it's a thing of he was weird or I was weird, or anyone did anything wrong. I just think it was a lack of compatibility thing. But dude, bottoming is so hard. My brain thinks that what it takes to bottom is taking time, take your time with it, do some foreplay, do all that kind of stuff, get everything nice and relaxed. You put some fingers in there, you give a rim job to prep the area a little bit, make sure it's okay. You suck dick between, you make out, you do all that. But it felt like we were just straight into the kit, the whole kit and caboodle. It was kind of the opposite of the kit and the caboodle. It was just the caboodle. So it was the whole interaction was maybe 30 minutes, maybe. We did it and then we stopped and then we showered and then he left. So it wasn't my favorite of the hookups I've ever done, and I want to enjoy bottoming so badly, but I don't know how to do it well. I can only be an advocate for myself in a certain sense, but I can't I can be an advocate for my experience and say I'm not enjoying myself, which I did, and then we stopped, but I can't advocate for the things he should be doing in this particular scenario because he doesn't do any of that foreplay stuff. So what could I be what can I do? The situation felt fucked from the jump. Still, kind of a fun story though that this random guy this random guy who checked in on me at the club last night came over to my house the very next day and fucked me for all of 5 seconds. But yeah, ow. Ow, 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 ow. That, it hurt. It hurt quite a bit. But one day you will get it. One day you'll get it. One day I will get it. Who knows? I think I could feel for maybe a second there that there was the beginnings of something that could be pleasurable. At least he used a condom and lube this time. Because the 36-year-old copper that I fucked the other night, he had no interest in any of that. But yeah. Another guy on the list, another time of not orgasming. And I have no expectation to orgasm. It's all good. But I'm not owed that. I'm not entitled to that. I'm lucky to just get to share in somebody's body, but it is yet another time of that not happening. And it does sometimes feel discouraging a bit because you're just oh God, I worry that I'm not able to, Who knows? But regardless, that means I just get to spend the day with Olive and just chill out, and I'm very hungry, so I'm going to eat some food because, I stopped myself from eating beforehand because, if somebody's going in the back door, you want, as minimal traffic as possible. So I'm going to have some food and enjoy myself. But I'm proud of myself for doing the experience, you know, and giving it a red hot go. The more we bottom, the more mistakes we made, the more steps we take towards learning how to like it. Because I'm determined to like it. Hey guys, I need to come on because I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety and I need to like come in here and, I don't know, I want to use this as a thing in like a just kind of healthy, to have a healthy relationship with accountability. So there's this guy, that I've been talking to. Jesus Christ, I need to clean off my screen. And we've been talking 2-ish days. I can't quite recall, but yeah, just the vibes have been really good, really nice. And I made a sexual joke about the guy that came over, who fucked me, and it like hurt. And Olive, please, like really, I really don't want this right now. No. She's trying to make me feel better, I think. But, I really like, yeah, he just really didn't like the joke and it made him uncomfortable. And I just feel really bad because it's never my desire at all to, please, it's never my desire to make anybody uncomfortable. I feel bad that this guy I like and that has been nice, I've made him feel uncomfortable. Yeah. And it also just makes me mad at myself because I'm like, I had a good thing going and it feels like a stupid comment by me like ruined it. And that makes me sad. Because it just continues this narrative that with me where I'm like, I love how you choose this moment where I need to get this off my chest to like, be like, it's playtime. Even though you've been absolutely silent for the past like 2 hours. Let's take your toy for a minute. Yeah, so it's this ongoing narrative that I feel like, I don't know, I just can't, like, good things never last with me. And I know that's so melodramatic. It's so like, Olive, please leave me alone. I know it's really melodramatic. And, to like be like that, because it's like, ugh, nothing good happens to me. Obviously, there are good things in my life that do last and have been great, but it just feels like always in this like particular department I'm referring to that I'm always like fucking things up, you know? Not I'm fucking things up. In this occasion, I think I fucked things up a little bit. But that's also what I kind of came in here to discuss is like the rationale of like the situation and why I don't think I need to feel as bad as I think I'm making myself feel. Because me and this guy had exchanged nudes and everything like that, and he did say at the start of us talking that he's very that he doesn't like it when people are really sexual right out the gate. And I was like, yeah, work. I respond, and I was like, that's so fine. And then he was the one to kind of initiate. He sent a picture of his dick first and kind of initiated that intimacy and got to that point. So I think maybe I interpreted that in my mind. Oh, like, so like sex is something at this point now that we're like, you know, we've passed a boundary a little bit, that like that is something that can just be joked about. That's all it was. It was just a joke. He was just like, can I come over? And I was like, I don't know, man. The last guy that came over like ruined my life. And so I thought that was funny at the time. Clearly it wasn't, because it's made him uncomfortable. And so, but like, I hate to use the argument of like, oh, my intention wasn't to harm, because the intention doesn't really matter, because what happened is what happened. I think I just feel particularly bad. Yeah, I think it's just I feel particularly bad because I never want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I never want to be that person. I've you know, spent a long time with these guys on Grindr who have done this to me, and I hate that, have made me feel this way, and I hate that. And so I hate that I kind of came across as like one of those guys to this person, because I don't think I'm that way. But if I did something that made somebody feel that way that I have felt, then clearly I am that way. Which is a tough pill to swallow. Because you want to put yourself on this, like, you always want to, like, put yourself on this disenfranchised victim trip when it comes to, like, these things like Grindr. That, Olive, stop biting my toes. You always want to put yourself on this, like, disenfranchised victim pedestal, like, platform where you feel like you're not part of the problem and you're a victim of the system. And in this moment, I'm, like, wrestling with the fact that, like, I contributed to that system. Let it be known, I have been in the Grindr circuit since I was 18. So I've been a part of it for, like, 5 years now. And I think I would be not being kind enough to myself to say that it's... I don't think it would be fair on me to say that nothing would, like, rub off on me. Because 5 years of also pretty constant usage of it. And this does make me realize why I have to... I think it's best for me to delete the app next year. Because every so often I come back and I get these reminders of what... I just get these reminders of why my pursuit of romance or sex in this way has been quite damaging to my self-esteem, my identity, to my relationships, to my relationship to intimacy, to my relationship to romance. So I think I'm just, like, unpacking that, and it's in moments like this where it seems particularly more prevalent of... It's always just difficult to admit that you're the person that did the wrong thing, and that's what I want to kind of address here, is that I did, you know... Even though I didn't see the harm in it at the time, me and mind you, this happened, like, 30 minutes ago, so I'm still pretty fresh in it. Even though it seemed like a fun, harmless joke at the time that seemed above board with the relationship that we'd had prior, I can see why I made the joke. I can see why I made it. And I don't... Do I blame myself for making it? It's kind of weird. I guess I do now. I blame myself now for making it, because I didn't really think that it would make him that uncomfortable, and part of me feels like that was an oversight on my part, and I try not to be someone who's ignorant or unaware of other people's feelings and social cues. But I see with where everything was at why I made the joke. But the thing is, so I made him uncomfortable, and the reason we're having this conversation is because he was like, he kind of explained to me that, like, this thing is, like, kind of, like, this is kind of an ick for him, and he's very selective about the guys he talks to, so I don't think he's going to want to speak to me anymore. He's, like, kind of suggested that. And that makes me sad, because I liked this guy. And it's impossible not to, like, feel really mad at yourself, because you're like, well, I fucked this up. But, you know, I just feel bad. I'd feel bad that I, like, made it up, like, regardless of, like, him, like, not wanting to hang out with me anymore. I just feel bad that I, like, made him uncomfortable, because I hate the idea that I'm that guy. I'm the user, you know? I'm not the user, but, like, I'm the sex pest from Grindr. And it really wasn't meant to be a sexual statement. It just was a joke that was sexual in nature that I thought was funny. But my intention is not really relevant. I've hurt someone's feelings, and that's all there is to it, really. Not hurt someone's feelings, making someone uncomfortable is kind of hurting their feelings. But yeah, I also want to like make sure I'm not beating myself up too much about it. And that's why I want to like check in here and say the things out loud, project them into the ether, and see what goes on. But I don't want this to like, it's a learning lesson. Unfortunate. It's an unfortunate learning lesson. I apologized. I think I wrote a nice message really saying how I genuinely apologize. It really was not my intention to hurt his feelings. And I wanted to avoid in the message saying, though, like, my intention. Again, because like I said, it doesn't really matter, my intention. So I said I would hate for this to, I said, in honesty, like, I would hate for this to, I do really enjoy talking to you. I would hate for this to ruin that. But regardless of that, I made you uncomfortable, and I genuinely apologize for that. And that is, at the end of the day, all I can do with someone I only know on a very surface level. So I think I've done what I can. It's just like, it's just going to be a surface level hurt thing. I need to just figure out, like, I just need to let the hurt subside and just the discomfort that I feel subside, because it's sad when you fumble a baddie, unfortunately, but I don't want to be the person that is like, this bitch, I can't believe they just like, I was making a joke, it was just a fucking joke. I don't want to be that person. So yeah, I do feel better after having like put it out there, though. Like, just like it's left the body a little bit. And I haven't eaten in a little while today. And I'm hungry, so I think after a good, shitty, greasy Hungry Jack's meal or something like that, I might feel a little bit better. But yeah, I just feel bad. And it makes me sad. It's always like, I have a big issue with like no closure and wasted opportunity, like wasted potential. And now I feel like there was this potential for this interaction to go really well, and now I wasted it. And now it's just like all gone to the ether, and I'm never going to know any of it. And that's like a weird, confronting idea, I think. But also, I think this was going to happen eventually, probably. If this is the nature of relation, this probably would have happened later, and it would have become like an issue later, I think. Like, so chits fall where they may. I would like to continue talking to him, but I'm not going to like make him keep talking to me, and I'm not going to like beg him. Because if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. And if you feel uncomfortable around someone, you feel uncomfortable around someone. And I do hate that I'm the person that someone has to be uncomfortable around, though. Regardless of how little I deemed it at the time in my head. And, yeah. If this is what happening, it's probably what was just going to happen later, so. And, yeah. But on the bright side, I did a really lovely Instagram post. I love my most recent Instagram post. Stranger Things is out. Olive is here. I'm going to get some dinner. So, you've done all that you can do, Liam, I think, in terms of making up for it. You've apologized. You said you'll do better if he gives you the opportunity, but if he doesn't give you the opportunity, it's okay. So, yeah. You've done what you can, I think. It's just, it's a bummer. But now you just have to let it be a bummer, I think. Because there's no quick fix for this, like, sensation. I think you've been good at removing, like, the long-term existential dread of the moment. But now you just have to feel the in the moment, like, pain that will subside, I'm sure, by tomorrow. Hopefully. Yeah. Anyway. Time to get some food. Much love to you, diary, and yeah, bye-bye.